Hello, my name is Katharine Gray. Welcome to the Friends First Christian dating and friendship coaching videos. Today we're going to be talking about character. Now, when you're searching for a soulmate, in my view, the most single thing that you want to be focused on is somebody's character. But strangely, character never seems to be the top of people's list when they're on a dating site or using a dating organisation like ours. And particularly when you ask them what their ideal person's going to be like, they often will start off talking about looks. We've all heard the classic tall, dark and handsome, and I think there's a lot of truth in that for many of us. Here's something to think about. So you're a woman looking for a man and you've got a choice between two men. Man A is tall, dark and handsome and really rather lovely. Man B is tall, dark and handsome, but he's a real nasty piece of work. He's really mean and horrible and violent. Now, which man are you going to choose? It's really obvious you're going to go for man A, isn't it? You'd much rather be with the nicer man than with a horrible man. Okay, so now let's give you another scenario. Man C. He is like man A in that he's exceptionally kind and generous and thoughtful, but he's actually rather ugly and a little bit overweight. Now, which one are you going to choose if you only had the choice between him and man B? It's quite clear you'd go for the slightly overweight one, but you'd go for the character, wouldn't you? See, looks seem to dominate our thinking, and sites like Tinder have exacerbated this. It's all done based on looks. Swipe whether they look good, swipe left, swipe right, and that's really very unfortunate. And it's a real path to destruction and ruin in dating, in my view. You see, looks are temporary and illusory, and they change over time. Character, however, doesn't. That remains the same. And actually, if somebody is kind, the chances are they'll get kinder and kinder throughout their lives. What makes us happy with a person? Okay, I understand that everybody wants to be with somebody that looks good on their arm and they're proud to be with. But much, much more important than that is how they make you feel, what their character is like, who they are as a person. That's the thing that's going to give you long-lasting happiness, because as we've said before, looks are going to fade. Do you know any people that are lining up to be with someone that's jealous or vindictive or violent or controlling? Of course you don't. But when you see someone's profile and you see that they're good looking or not so good looking, can you tell anything about their character from that? You probably can't tell much about their character from reading their profile, because it's quite difficult to describe those attributes. And even if somebody says they're kind, how do you know they are kind? So I also want to share with you something from my own personal experience. And that is that I've gone out with a lot of guys in the past who have been fairly average looking. Now, I didn't mind that because I thought I was fairly average looking myself. But actually, over time, as I've got to know them, and I went out with some really lovely people, I got to know their character and I realised that they were lovelier and lovelier and lovelier the more I got to know them. And strangely, they became more and more attractive to me. So I think there is a direct relationship between somebody's character and how we see them in terms of whether they're beautiful or attractive or not. Now, you can't get that from looking at somebody from the very first time. You've got to get to know them. So I think that your job when you're going dating is to dig deeper beneath the first superficial impression you've got of someone. Go beyond what you see in terms of their looks and whether they've got beauty or not. Search for their character. It's so important. It'll stand you in good stead, and it will mean that if you find the right person with the right character, you've got a long and happy future ahead of you. I hope that's helpful, and as ever, has given you food for thought. If you'd like to discuss it, or want some advice about dating, or you want to meet some new people, please give us a ring on 0208 088 3023. Thank you. God bless.